Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's super exciting new release video. I have been so excited to share these new goodies with you guys. I shared a sneak peek this past Monday and we have some new reading products dropping in the shop as of today, which is, yes, very exciting. I have been reading again. I kind of read in spurts, but I'm trying to make it more of a consistent habit because honestly, before I go to bed, I usually am playing like Animal Crossing or something like that. And I want to get away from that a little bit because I feel like it's impacting my sleep and I would love to read a little bit more. So this is a very timely product for me. I personally am so beyond excited to use it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right in and I will share everything with you. So we have a brand new reading add-on today. That's going to be your hyperlinked PDF. We also have some reading pieces. We have widget overlays, and then the add-on and the pieces come with stickers as well as inserts, which I will share with you in just a moment. First, let's go ahead and take a peek at the add-on. So this is the landscape version of the add-on. This is the home page. So let me go ahead and make sure you can see everything. Okay, so I'm so excited, you guys. I love how this turned out so much, like I can't stop staring. Okay, so on your home page, you're going to get 5 bookshelves for the landscape version, and there's gonna be 5 books on each shelf. And as you can probably imagine, each book is hyperlinked to a review page. On the review page, you're going to be able to put the cover of the book, rate like the star rating. You can mark how the book made you feel. So we have some really cute emojis here that you can color in. Super fun. And then up here, we have this little chart where you can put the start date, the end date, the genre, the length of the book, and then what you read the book in, if it was physical, audiobook, or ebook. And then we have this nice big blank space here so you can type or write in your thoughts, whichever one you want to do. I debated putting lines. I ultimately decided against it just because it is so much easier to type without lines. And I figured you can put like little sticky notes here or, you know, whatever you want to do. With that, it just kind of gives it more like flexibility. And then we have this little space down here to put a quote from the book. If there's a favorite quote that you have, you can put it there. So that's what the book review page looks like. And when you're on any page of the add-on, you can tap at the top here and it's going to take you back to the home page. You can also tap on the title here. I love this font so much. It's so pretty. And then for the book review pages, you can also tap right here on the book and it's going to take you right back to that home page. So on the home page, you're probably wondering, what is that big black rectangle? I will share that with you in just a moment. I'll kind of do a little mock setup with you guys so you can see how everything works. And so up here, you have another little way to track, like do like a reading wrap up, if you will. So you have a spot where you can write in the number of books you read, the number of physical, audio, and ebooks that you read, number of pages read, your most read genre, your number of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 star reads, and then the number of did not finish. So just a nice little spot there to wrap up your reading for the month or the quarter or the year. You will see there's a lot of flexibility with this because I realize, and I'm one of them, like I set reading goals and then I never meet them. I don't know if that's just me, but I always have this grand plan like, oh, I'll just read 2 books a month. And sometimes that's just not doable for me. So with the stickers, you can make this a whole year. Maybe your goal is to read like, you know, 25 books in the year. Maybe you want to do 25 books in the quarter, or maybe you do read 25 books in a month, which kudos to you if that's you. So, and I'll share that with you in just a minute. You would use the stickers that are included with everything to kind of label that. Okay, so right here, you're gonna find linked rectangles, little labels here. So there's books to read, reading log, series tracker, book of the month, did not finish, upcoming releases, favorite quotes, reading challenge, and notes. So let's go to the books to read. It's just a very simple, oops, let's tap back. Books to read. It's a very simple little table where you can put in the title of the book, the author, the genre. You can check it off once you've read it, and then a big spot for notes here. So very, very simple. And then next we have your reading log. So we have the date, the title of the book, the author of the book, your start page, your end page, and the number of minutes that you read. Then we have a series tracker. Up here you can put in what the series is and who the author is. And then you can write all the books that are in the series, what format you read them in, the start date, the finish date, any notes, and then you can rate it. And there's a couple different ways you can rate it. So you can take your highlighter tool, I'll use purple, and say you read or you listened to the audiobook. So you could do that, and then you could rate it either by doing a little dot on the 5-star, or you could rate it like this and kind of do like lines across if you wanted to. I feel like that might be easier to read, but you could also just do, you know, little dots going down and stuff too, and that's just as easy to read actually. So that's really fun if you want to just track all the books that are in a specific series. I love how that tracker turned out. And then on this next page here you have book of the month. So whatever your favorite book was for the month, you can put it in this little space here, the little book title or the book cover image, which you can find those very, very easily on Google. I have a whole bunch of them that I downloaded, so I'll show you how it works. They will all fit pretty well in this, but some of them I've noticed are different dimensions, so you might have to tweak it just a little bit, but for the most part I feel like they fit really great. And then with the add-on, there's a January to December, but there's also a July to June version. So if you prefer the academic year versus the, you know, basic January to December year, then you can do that. So that's book of the month, very easy, and I can just share with you too real quick while I'm here, why not? I'm gonna open up a book. So Kristen Hanna, The Great Alone. So let's say that's my book of the month for that. And you can see there's a tiny, eeny weeny bit of space there at the top. So you can just take this and do like a slight little stretch and it'll fit really well. So you should only have to tweak it a tiny bit, but you can see now that was my book of the month for April. So I love how this page turned out. Very simple, great way to track your favorite books throughout the year. And then we have did not finish. So here you can put the date, the title, the author, how many pages you ended up reading, and then of course some notes about why you did not finish the book. Then we have upcoming releases. So a lot of people like to track that books from their favorite authors that are releasing in the future. So there's a spot to put the title, the author, the release date, and then any notes. And then favorite quotes. This is a totally blank page, which I will share with you why that is in just a moment. It works with our stickers. So this is a very interactive add-on, which I really, really love that format of them. And I really wanted to incorporate a lot of our branding into it. So we have the white brick, which I've always loved white brick, especially paired with like the solid black. It's just very classic and clean looking, and I love it. Okay, and then we have reading challenge, which you have a big white rectangle here, and that is for the inserts that come with the add-on, which of course I will share with you in just a moment. And then we have notes. So those are all the pages that are included in the add-on itself. I will share with you the portrait version. It has all the same stuff. There are just 4 bookshelves with 6 each, so there's 25 books for the landscape version and then 24 for the portrait version. But it's set up the same way, same linking, so you can get to all your extra pages up here. You can label it right there. There's your linked little books to go to the book review page, and I'll share that with you in detail in just a moment. And then down here you have that same little table where you can put all of your stats for the month or the quarter or the year, however you end up deciding to do it. Okay, so the book review page, let me share that with you. So up here it's gonna say book review, start date, end date, genre, length, you know, all the same thing. It's pretty much set up the exact same way, just a different format. So you put your quote here, you'd rate it right here, the book made you feel, put a cover of the book there, and then a big spot for your thoughts. So that's the portrait one. And then I'll do a flip through of all of the extra pages. So there's books to read. And let me actually see if I can flip it this way, just because it's a little easier to see, I think. Okay, so books to read, reading log, series tracker, book of the month, did not finish, upcoming releases, favorite quotes, and reading challenge, and notes. And there's 4 different sections here, so you can kind of break it down however you want, but I love how that turned out too. So that's the portrait version. Now let me go ahead and share with you how these stickers work. And I'm gonna do the landscape. Oh, that's the reading pieces, which I will share that with you in just a minute. But okay, so here are the stickers. I'm going to open that in a new window. It is split screen here. No hyperlinking, you just kind of flip through it because there's only 4 pages of stickers. But for the reading stickers, you're gonna see little flags or corner labels that you can put on your book covers. There's audiobook, Kindle or ebook, e-reader, and then physical book. And then there's some quote stickers, and they look so good, you guys, on the favorite quotes page. I cannot wait to share that with you. And then here are your labels. So there's all the months. It says January books, February, March, and so on. And then there's also Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 in this year. So if you use this month to month, you can easily, you know, copy and paste your information over into your next one. That's super easy to do. In GoodNotes, you just take the lasso tool, copy everything, and then paste it into the new one because you'd want a fresh copy, you know, for every month. If you do it quarterly, you do the same, and then obviously if it's this year, then everything would just be in here. So, but yeah, those are the stickers. So you would label this by, oh, that's still the pieces. There we go. So we are in February. So I'm gonna take my little lasso tool and I will lasso that over. And I can put February up here. And then I can do, let's see, this is one that Andrew really wants me to read. His favorite author is Brandon Sanderson. It's the Stormlight Archives, which is the same author of Warbreaker, which I like Warbreaker. See, so here's another example. This is a little different. So the dimensions are a little different. I tried my best to like make it to where you just would tweak it a little bit without distorting it very much. And as you can see, that looks just fine. But so I can put my book cover there, and then I can go over to this page here. There's 1 star, so you can rate the stars, 1 through 5, anticipated release, audiobook, book club read, currently reading, borrowed book, book series, book of the month, did not finish, ebook, least favorite, physical book, releasing this month, and to be read. So I'm gonna do the to be read because this is something that I do eventually want to read. It is a big, big book though. So what you would do is you would just tuck this up in the corner here. So as you can see, and then when you zoom out, you can kind of see your little book there and it's labeled. So it's up to you. You can label things like if you want to put your star ratings on all your books, you want to mark, you know, how you read them. Another way to mark, like, so let's say this is a physical book. There is the audiobook, ebook, physical book in the corner labels, but you also could do this. You could do, I have been reading a lot of physical books lately, so I could do this, and I could put it like in the bottom corner there if I wanted to mark like what format I'm using to read it. You also could put it on the bookcase or the bookshelf right there, like centered if you wanted to. So there's a whole bunch of different ways to do it, but that's kind of how the flags and stuff work. And I have a picture in the listing photo of more books lined up on the shelves and everything like that. But that's how that would work. And when you put a photo on top of the book here, if I tap on it, it will still take me to this page. So what I can do even is I can go here. So this is book 1 on shelf 1 here. I can take my lasso, I hit copy. I go here and you'll see it'll tell you which book that is. So it's book 1. And then I can paste, and I'm just gonna put my book here. I don't think I'm gonna put that, but I could put this here and blow it up. And just kind of tweak it a little bit. So that's good. And now it's on my shelf and I can rate it right here. I can mark how it made me feel, put in the start date, all that kind of stuff, favorite quotes. So what a fun way, you guys, to track your review. I feel like this is a very simple page, but very thorough page at the same time. I just love it. So that's how that works. And then let me show you your favorite quotes. So I'm gonna go to favorite quotes here. These stickers are really fun. They're kind of translucent. So as you can see when they're on here, and I decided to leave this totally blank because I thought it'd be really fun to leave it up to you guys to use these included quote stickers and put in your favorite quotes from your favorite books. But you can see, you can kind of see the brick in the background. So they've got this transparent look to them, and I just absolutely love how these turned out. You can make them as big and as small as you want. You can duplicate the page, so you could do this all for one book if you wanted to, or you could just put like your favorite quotes here and there. But you can kind of create your own quote collage this way, and I just love how those turned out. So that's how you would use the quote stickers here. So those are the stickers that are included. And then the other one is the reading challenge, and I will share with you how those work. So these are inserts you're going to receive in both landscape and portrait mode, okay? So you'll get both of them. But there's, let me see. Yeah, I'll just pull them in. So there's 30-minute for 30 days challenge, so reading for 30 minutes for 30 days. These are made to be sized to fit great on this space here, so you can just pull that in. There's also a 50 books challenge, so maybe your goal is to read 50 books, and you can color these in as you read them if you would like. And then there is 52 books in 52 weeks, which would be 1 book per week. So that's that challenge. Then we have 100 books, so maybe your goal is to read 100 books in the year. And you can always crop these, you guys, so maybe your goal is like, I don't know, 80 books or something like that. You can use the rectangle tool here. You can kind of like mark in, you know, how many you need, however you want to do it, because I realize that some people may have different goals, but I tried to cover them as much as I could. And then there's the alphabet challenge for the author's name, so finding an author with this letter either in their last name or first name, however you decide to do it. And then you can put the book cover right on top of there, so that little placeholder is for your book covers that you can find on Google. And then this is for the book title. Same thing, the alphabet challenge, book title challenge. And then there is Battle of the Books. So if you wanted to kind of narrow down what your favorite book is, you can do it that way. I love that insert. And then there's Bookish Bingo, another one of my absolute favorites. So you can put like the cover here, or you can mark it with a highlighter, however you want to mark it off. But you've got a book with a tree on the cover, new to me author, romance book, recommendation from a friend, a book with a purple cover, historical fiction, a book that has been turned into a movie, the first book in a series, nonfiction book, a book about books, fantasy book, a book written in the year I was born, a classic book, a book with a non-human character, a book with more than 500 pages, a book with only 1 word in the title, mystery thriller book, a book that makes me cry, reread a favorite book, a book with less than 300 pages, a book released this year, a book with a blue cover, young adult book, an award-winning book, and the last book in a series. So you can kind of do book bingo, you can do actual bingo if you want, or you could challenge yourself to fill in each of these spaces, however you want to do it, but I love that one so much. And then there's one book per month, and this one's really fun because you've got the spines of the books, and you can color them in, and you can write in the titles, you know, however you want to do it, but there are 12 books here, so you can do it that way. And then there's the rainbow book challenge, so it's a book cover, finding a book cover with all of these different colors of the rainbow. And then we have 2 books per month challenge, so there's that one as well. And like I said, these also do come in portrait, so you're going to get all those inserts included with this, and you can do a new challenge each month, or you can keep the same challenge and you can copy and paste it to each new, you know, reading add-on that you import and stuff like that. So however you decide to do it, but I wanted to leave it very, very flexible. So those are the inserts that are included. So what have I shared so far? The book lover stickers, the add-ons, how all that works. Let me show you the pieces. So I'm going to close these out so I don't confuse myself. Okay, so the pieces are set up a little bit differently. So here you get 6 bookshelves with 5 books, so 30 books for the landscape version. Then you get that same rectangle where you can use those stickers to label it, and the stickers are included, so with the pieces and the add-on. The next page is a book review. So the pieces, if you're not familiar, are just single sheet PDF documents. There's no hyperlinking whatsoever. You would build your own reading journal, if you will, using the files system that's included in your PDF reading app of choice. That is the system that I am currently using. I love it. Honestly, I love the simplicity of it. I love being able to customize it as much as I want and everything, but I know some people really prefer having like an all-in-one hyperlink type of system too. So I have lots of videos on my channel showing my personal setup, showing how the Pieces system works from when it was released, and then comparing the different systems that we offer in our shop. There are 3 main ones, but the reading add-on works with everything. You can use the reading add-on completely as a standalone product. You can insert it into your hub. You could insert it into your Prosper planner. You could insert it into a 1-month planner. Those all have dividers, and the add-ons are meant to be added, if you will, behind a divider in another product. But like I said, you can also use it as a standalone if you would like. So I just thought I'd go ahead and clarify that. Again, I have videos, so definitely check those out if you are curious. And then of course you can always message me on Etsy, comment down below with any questions that you have. Okay, so book review page, same setup here. Then you have a reading wrap-up. So instead of the reading wrap-up being on this main page, I created its own reading wrap-up page with these little dots here. So you can take your highlighter tool and you can kind of like color in, or you could use, if you wanted to, because this is going to be a little messy, although I'm not even really trying, you could use a transparent circle from one of our sticker kits too if you wanted to, but you can kind of mark which month it is. And then there's a spot for your favorite book, a spot for your least favorite, this spot down here to write any notes, and then you've got all those same statistics over here, so you can kind of track your reading that way. So that's the reading wrap-up page. And then we have for July to June as well. So there's January to December, July to June. Then there's books to read. So these are exactly the same pretty much as what's in the add-on. Again, they're just kind of, they're not hyperlinked. They're exported out as single page PDFs and everything like that. And then there is a slight variation in the formatting with like the reading wrap up and all that kind of stuff. But everything else is pretty much the same. So it just depends on which format you want to use. So there's book of the month for both formats, like the July to June, January to December, did not finish, upcoming releases, favorite quotes with just a blank brick page there, reading challenge, and notes. And then of course the portrait is going to look pretty much exactly the same. You're just gonna have more bookshelves here, your spot for your labels. These books are not hyperlinked again to that book review page. They're just meant to be like, maybe this is the only way you want to track your reading, is you just want this one page and then you use the stickers to, you know, mark your 5-star reads and your did not finish and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of flexibility just depending on how much you want to track. So if you are an avid reader, like to track all the things, you're super detailed with it, the add-on might be your best bet if you can find yourself using all those pages. But then if not, the pieces may be your best bet, because you can kind of use them as needed. Maybe one month you decide you have a lot of did not finish books and you decide to track them, or one month you start a new series and you want to track all the books you read in the series that month. Like, it just gives you a little bit of flexibility there. And of course, any pages that are included in the add-on you don't have to use, right? Like, I know that's hard for some people, but literally it's not possible to create a planner unless you're having it totally custom designed, where there may be pages that like you're going to use every single page. Like, in my opinion, like, you're probably gonna always have a page or two or more than that that you don't use in a product, and that's okay. You can, the beauty of it is you can tear it out if you're using it a paper planner. You can just delete it from the page or from the document if you don't need it in the planner. Like, you know, there's flexibility there. So anyway, so here's the portrait, here's the reading wrap up and what that turned out like. Very cute. So you got those 2 shelves there, a spot for notes and everything. So the reading wrap up, and then book review, all of these are going to be exactly the same. So I'm gonna keep this page open because I'm gonna share, well, actually, I don't actually need to do that. I'm gonna share the widgets with you guys, but I am gonna leave that open so I can show you how they work. Okay, so we have the add-on, we have the planner pieces, you've seen the stickers, you've seen the inserts. Next, we have widget overlays. Love how these turned out. Let's go to the first page here. Okay, so if you're not familiar, in all of our sticker books, there is a widget section, and they come in 3 main shapes: a vertical rectangle, a horizontal rectangle, and a rounded square. And so these widget overlays are transparent stickers that you would layer on top of those stickers to create a widget, if you will. So let's go ahead and zoom in. And if you want to see how that works, there is a tutorial on my channel of how to create widgets and all that kind of stuff. We also do have a organizer. They're gonna come in the GoodNotes file and individual PNGs. All of our stickers, including the reading stickers you saw earlier, come in a GoodNotes file, and they also come with individual PNGs for those who do not use GoodNotes. But we do sell an organizer as well in our shop if you prefer to kind of keep all your widgets just in one document. That's a really great way to organize them that way. But you are gonna get them set up like this too. So everything comes with a black script and a white script. So if there's a dark color that you're using, you can see it when you put the widget on top. So here's book club information, where they meet, when they meet, and then what they're currently reading, and you can put in your star rating there. There's book of the month with some some lines to, like, you know, put notes and things like that. Book wish list, where you can put in the cover of the book. So wherever you see these gray rectangles, you can put a cover of a book on there, and I'll just share with you. So let's do Legendborn, which I have had that on my shelf forever and I've just not had a chance to read it. But like I said, I go through reading in spurts, so you can just kind of layer that on top of the widget and track it that way. I love that. All you have to do, search the title of the book in Google, go to images, right click, and you can save, or long press with your Apple Pencil, and you can save the image to your camera roll. So easy to do. Okay, so book wish list. Book review, of course, with a spot to put the cover, the star rating, and then some lines to put some little notes. Books to read, so whatever you want to read next. Borrowed books, which is going to have the day it's due, who you're returning it to, maybe it's the library, maybe it's a friend. And then you can mark if it's a physical book, audio book, or ebook. So there's that. And then there's currently reading, so you can put in the book you're currently reading, any notes you want to make about that. This one I really like, the currently reading, and then whatever's up next, so whatever you're planning to read next. And then we have did not finish, favorite quote, so you can put in the cover and then your favorite quote there at the bottom. A reading tracker, so you can put, you know, what the month is, put down here maybe what your goal is. So I want to read, you know, one book per week, or I want to read for 30 minutes every day, and you can kind of mark in when you've met your goals. And then speaking of goals, you can also put here whatever your reading goal is, just nice and open, so you can kind of put it whatever you want. So maybe it is to read a specific book, so you put the book cover in here, you know, something like that. And then there's the Sunday Start version of the reading tracker, the plot twist. I love this one. I read The Fourth Wing, and there was quite a plot twist in that one. If you've read it, you probably know what I'm talking about. So I could write all about that here and put the book cover there. So I really love how that one turned out. And then upcoming releases, there's a spot to write in when the book comes out, and then the covers of the book. And then, and then what the moment, you know, when you're reading a book and you're like, what in the world? Like, what just happened? That's what you would write about here. So that's how that one works. And then we get into the horizontal one. So these are going to be exactly the same. I'm just going to kind of scroll through them so you can see the formatting obviously is a little different, but they work the same way. So there's all those. And then here's these ones. So very exciting. I love the reading goal one in this one. Reading trackers, the plot twist. On this page you just have a few. So there's that. And then you get into the rounded squares. So these are going to be a little bit different. So current read for your book club information, currently reading with the little arrow. I love how that turned out. Book of the month, a book review, book wish list, books to read, a borrowed book, currently reading, and then another version of the currently reading. So there's one where you can write a little bit about it, and then one where you just put the book cover in and call it a day. And then did not finish, and of course over here on the side there's all the white script versions as well. And then on this page you have your favorite quote, reading goal, reading tracker, and then for this one you get a weekly one as well. So if you want to track it on a weekly basis, you get the Monday and Sunday Start version of that. So love how that turned out, very simple. The plot twist, up next, upcoming release, and what the moment. So those are all of the widget overlays. So let me pull up, I want to make sure I'm not accidentally showing. I have so many different things I'm working on in here right now, and Andrew and I were kind of like figuring out like timelines earlier, so I have all this random stuff pulled up, so bear with me for a moment while I just pull up a sticker book. So I'm gonna go to my widget shapes, and my family just got home, so I'm gonna close my door, 1 second. Okay, so I just wanted to share with you how these work. So here I've got my sticker book open. I am going to open up my overlays and put them in a new window. It is in split screen format over here. So I'm gonna go to my vertical rectangle here and say I wanna put on this cute little doggy my book club information. And these are made to just fit perfect right in here. So you could put book club information there. You could also use that same one down here if you prefer just like the more basic look. There's a lot of different options. There's completely solid colors. So this is where like the white script would probably come in handy. So say I want to do the plot twist over here. I can just fit that right on top, and you can see it really well because it's got the white script and everything. So that's kind of how those work. They layer right on top of these widget shapes. Same thing for the horizontal. So let me go to the horizontal and we can do the book wish list on this one here. Book wish list. And I can just put that right there. You can kind of size it however you want. You can also put it, well, I would need to actually put that on like a solid color. Let's go down here. You can see it pretty well on that red color. You could also use black if you wanted to as well. So that's that. And then there is the rounded one. And let's see. Let's do the borrowed book. I'll show you the white script. You can kind of see how those work. So you can kind of blow it right on top of there. And then you also could do like you're currently reading, very simple. You could put this one, a little dog there. You can kind of see the puppy in the background, which I think is really fun. With him peeking up over your book. You could use this one as well. Again, you can make it like as big or small as you want, really. But this one I really love because you can kind of still see the house in the background and everything too. So anyways, you can kind of just play around with them, create your own widgets and stuff like that. You also can just use them totally on their own. Like if you wanted to just pull in, say you want to just pull in one of these on a sidebar, you could easily do that too. You don't necessarily have to layer them on top of anything. You could put your book wish list right here if you wanted to do it that way. You could keep track of your borrowed books on your notes page here or in your sidebar of your planner. You know, there's a lot of different ways to do it. They're very versatile. So those are the widget overlays. And that, you guys, is everything that I have for you today. Let me go back to new releases. Okay, there we go. So that is everything I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed seeing all of the new goodies. I am super, super excited for these products. I love how they turned out. I feel like they're just gonna be so much fun to play with the like little corner labels, being able to put, you know, your to be read on there and everything. But yeah, you're gonna get landscape and portrait in one purchase. You're gonna get July to June and January to December in one purchase. So you'll see 3 listings today in the shop. In the new releases section, there's the Book Lover add-on, the Book Lover pieces, and then the Book Lover widget overlays. So those are all of the new goodies that I have for you today. I have been plotting and planning lots of very exciting things in the near future. I think Q2 is going to be really fun of this year. I have some fun things, of course, coming up in March as well. I'm trying, no promises, I'm trying to get back, like work myself to a point where I can get back to weekly releases. I would really love to be able to do that again. So we'll see. Again, I'm trying to work towards that. I kind of talked about this in a recent video about how like I've just realized in my 37 years of being on this earth that I can build up to things. I don't have to instantly do things overnight. I don't know why it took me so long to realize that, but I'm like, I can work up to weekly releases because it takes time to get ahead to the point where you have, like, I don't want to work on a weekly release like even the week before. It's just too stressful. It doesn't leave enough flexibility. I'm a homeschooling mom of 2. I have a lot of things going on in my life. So I'm trying to get to the point where by the end of the current month, I have all of next month's products completely done and I have like content pre-filmed and all that. So I'm working towards that. So, and then I have a game plan for the YouTube membership that I've been talking about now for a very long time. I've gotten a couple messages about that recently, so hopefully that will be starting up here. My goal is April. So again, no promises, things change all the time. I'm trying to not share too much because I don't want to get anyone's hopes up, but yeah. So anyways, those are some updates for you too in this new release video. So again, I hope that you enjoyed seeing all of these new goodies and that you love them as much as I do. I personally cannot wait to start using them. So again, you can use it monthly, quarterly, annually, however you want to use it. You are good to go. So that is it, you guys. That's all I have for you today. Again, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a big thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to catch all of our future videos. Follow us over on Instagram. I've been a lot more active over there lately. I'm trying to just get back to having fun, you know? Like, that's something I've been doing a lot too lately, is I've been overthinking things way too much and overanalyzing. I'm like, I just need to have fun. So that's what I'm doing. I shared like my whole Sunday reset routine because I just felt like doing it this past Sunday, and you guys really loved that. You enjoyed it. I asked at the end of it if you wanted to see more, and the vast majority of you definitely did, which is really cool. So I definitely want to share more and just get back to having a good time and hanging out with you guys and building community and not taking life too seriously, because we're only here for a short time, and you know. So anyways, that's my little rant too in this video. So I am officially gonna go now so I can edit this video and get it ready for you guys. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you on Friday for a budget setup video. So until then, I will chat with y'all later. Bye.